I used to feel tired all the time at times where I would get good sleep. I would do all the things that I needed to do, but I would get a sense of brain fog and feel like something just doesn't feel right, or I just can't push enough energy or power that I used to. The deeper I looked into it, I realized that the root cause or the root of energy production is your mitochondria, and your mitochondria produces ATP, which is the energy building block. And the more ATP you have, the more energy you have. This results in less brain fog, less feeling tired after lunch or any big meal, and having more willpower to do things, having more willpower to push in your workouts and all that jazz. So this video, I'm just going to talk about the mitochondria, how to actually improve the mitochondria health, which will actually boost ATP production and give you a more higher lift, higher energy, and overall get you feeling more amped up rather than feeling tired or fatigued all the time. Without further ado, I'm just going to talk about signs where your mitochondria are weak, and I'm just going to go through a list that I'm going to read you. They might resonate with you. Some may resonate with all of them. Some may resonate with one or two of them, but feel free to just hear me out here. And the first thing in this case is you might have low energy even after you sleep. You might have poor recovery after your workouts. You might have brain fog and low motivation. You might have trouble building muscle or burning fat, or sensitivity to cold or heat, fatigue after eating, especially on carbs. If these sound like you, then optimizing your mitochondrial health might just change your life. But then let's actually figure out what our enemies are here first, like what actually hurts your mitochondria. The first step in this case is chronic stress. And then second thing would be high sugar intake or insulin resistant. And then third would be inflammatory seed oils like canola, soybean, or corn oil. And then lack of sunlight or movement, poor sleep, overeating processed food, and under-exercising, and finally sitting for hours and never actually pushing your physical limits. All of these wreck your mitochondria and basically make you feel drained, and it is a cycle where you will feel lethargic and you will feel like you are in a slow decline, even though all these things can be reversed. With that said, what actually strengthens your mitochondria? The first thing I'm going to talk about is zone 2 cardio. So what is zone 2 cardio? Zone 2 cardio is a low intensity cardio where you are achieving about 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. This looks like walking on a treadmill, cycling, or anything of that nature. It actually increases your mitochondria number and the efficiency of it, and overall gives you more ATP and helps your body be more active, lose body fat, and be more efficient overall. It's like giving your body more power plants itself. Step 2, sunlight and circadian rhythm. You want to wake up and get about 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight within the first hour we're waking up. This will improve your circadian rhythm and get your mitochondria more amped up and charged up, ready to go for the day, and you'll feel more awake in general. And that circadian rhythm fix will actually trigger your body to have more consistent energy throughout the day. Step 3, intermittent fasting. This is probably one of the biggest game changers out there. Fasting will make your body recycle and clean up old mitochondria or weak mitochondria, and this will actually get you feeling more charged up and amped up and get your body to a very cleanup phase, which it needs, because if we're constantly eating, we will always trigger insulin. We will always have our digestion system running, and this doesn't give your body time to heal. And what intermittent fasting looks like is you could do about 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. For me, I eat around 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. The rest of the time, I just fast or drink water or coffee. That really helps me feel more focused. My insulin spikes are only when I'm eating, and it's all controlled, if that makes sense. Step 4, nutrient-dense food. You want to be eating more whole foods in general. This looks like grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, eggs, leafy vegetables, avocado, olive oil, and berries. These will actually get you more clean energy rather than the crash you get after eating processed food, and you'll feel more hyped up throughout the day. Step 5, mitochondria boosting supplements. So what are the supplements that you should be taking to actually increase your mitochondrial energy and efficiency? One would be vitamin D3 and K2. These actually help in energy and immune function, and these are really beneficial. 2, magnesium, specifically magnesium glycinate. This is needed for ATP production. And the next one would be zinc, which supports cellular repair. Creatine boosts short-term ATP energy. Shilajit, which is a traditional Ayurvedic remedy that support mitochondrial health. And then one of them would be CoQ10, which is directly involved in mitochondrial energy generation. Step 6, resistance training. Lifting weights helps create stronger cells and pushes your mitochondria to meet more energy demands. It's not just for your muscles, it's for metabolic energy, and this is probably the biggest bang for your buck. 7, cold exposure. Brief cold exposure or cold plunges help boost mitochondrial biogenesis, aka more mitochondria. Even ending your showers cold for 30 to 60 seconds helps in this case. Step 8, consistent sleep. Deep sleep is when your mitochondria repair. Sleep in a cold, dark room, no screens 1 hour before bed. Magnesium glycinate and a calm wind down routine helps in this case. Section 4, common pitfalls. In this section, I'm going to talk about common pitfalls where people think that they're good for you, but they're not actually the best things you could be doing. Without any further ado, in any order, specifically, the first one would be too much HIIT or high intensity interval training and not enough zone 2. High intensity interval training is great, but overuse of it will burn you out. You need more zone 2 or aerobic base to build mitochondrial endurance, clean it up, and help your mitochondria have more efficiency overall. And HIIT is more like using 90 to 100% of your energy. That looks like high energy training or going and giving it your all, which is great, but it'll get your body more used up and you might feel more tired throughout. 2, eating clean but under eating nutrients. You might be doing everything, you might be eating good, but your blood result might show that you have less B vitamin, magnesium, or zinc, things that you should be supplementing. And the best way to go about it is doing a blood test and seeing what you're actually deficient in. These will actually help you in pinpointing the supplements you need, which will actually trigger in having your mitochondria produce more energy. 3, skipping sunlight and thinking workouts are enough. Workouts are great, but you also have to be out in the sun at times. You want to be at least in the sun for 10 to 15 minutes per day. This could be in the form of walking, sitting down, or anything of that nature, because this will trigger your circadian rhythm to actually have a steady supply of energy and also make sure your mitochondria fire more ATP in the right times and not instead at night, which is when you are falling asleep. With that said, this next section, I'm just going to tell you what I personally do. The first thing I try to do is get outside in the sun before coffee. So I go outside in the sun, sit there for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I drink my first cup of coffee. This sets up my circadian rhythm. I also lift about 3 to 4 times per week, where I do about 2 to 3 sessions of zone 2 cardio afterwards, and that's about 20 to 30 minutes of walking in an inclined treadmill about 3 miles per hour. I also try to walk about 10K steps per day, sometimes less, sometimes more, but I try to just get that number. I also do cold showers about 30 to 60 seconds at the end of my showers. This helps me more become amped up. And as for supplements, there's creatine, D3, K2, magnesium, zinc, and omega-3. All these are really good for you in terms of your mitochondria. Next thing would be high protein, whole food essentials, no seed oil. All those things make my brain feel more sharp. Energy is real. I no longer feel like I'm just getting by the day. With that said, if you are feeling tired throughout the day, it might not be you, it might be your mitochondria. If you follow all the steps in this video, you might feel more charged up. So you want to train the mitochondria, feed them, protect them, and your body will reward you with energy, focus, and vitality. Cheers.